good morning. This is Mr. Bates here. I wanted to go over a few things that are critical to our class that students will be using, and so that you as parents would know what you could expect your students to do, or how you would check in with your students to see what they're working on. So here we are. If your student has a Chromebook from the school, then they should have this page as one of their main pages that pops up. If they click the home button at the top, then it should take them directly to this page here. And this is kind of like their, this is what they start out with, but we're going to have them go to Google Classroom. So before we do that though, let's talk about some of the important buttons that we see here. So the first is Student View. So this is where their grades are, SView. So this button right here, this is going to be the main one. Like, hey, log in, let me see what your grade is. If you don't have the app, but they're on their computer right now, log in, let me see what your grade is right now. You have them click on this button here. It takes them directly to Student View. And then since the students are logging in, they click on I am a student, and then they type in their ID. So this is their ID number. And if you're not sure what that is, you can send me an email and I'll be happy to give that to you. And their password is their birthday. I don't know if it'll let me show it. So let's say, for example, the birthday is April. I'm just going to type it in here. April 7th, 2009. April 7th, 2009. So here, let's take a look here. So this is their birthday, right? But it's not going to look like this. We're going to have 8 digits, 4 for the month. So April 7th, 2009 is really going to become this. April is the 4th month. 7th is 07. You have to put the zeros in there. And then 2009. Whoops. Oh, I'm so sorry. I messed it up. The year first, 2009, 04, 07. And let me do this. So this is what it would look like. This is going to be April. It's going to be the year first, 2009, 04, which is the month, 07, which is the day. And this is how you would log in. All right, so that's Student View. Unfortunately, I don't want to put anyone on blast up here, and I'm not super great at making videos, so I don't know how to do all the blurred out stuff. But if you do have questions on that, you guys are definitely welcome to send me an email or message me on Remind. So that's how you check your grades. This is going to be the best way to see all those missing assignments that students say that they completed, but they really haven't. So please make sure that you're checking Student View like every week to see what assignments they have that need to be turned in. Google Classroom is the main button that we're going to use for students to kind of start their class. Like, that's where our Zoom links are. Most of the teachers use assignments here through Google Classroom. But my assignments are done through Khan Academy, which is another website that's actually not here on these buttons. So we'll show you how to get to that because it is on my Google Classroom. But the other one is iReady. Students will be able to access iReady here. For those of you guys that had students who were doing it last year at home, you click on the iReady button. They sign in with their Gmail account, their student Google account, and then they complete lessons on MyPath. They should only be completing green lessons, and then they're expected to have those completed and then send me an email when they've completed them. They're supposed to have one new lesson done each week. All right, Google Classroom. This is the main one that they're going to be going to. So every day they click on Google Classroom first. They're going to see their classes. I've already signed in, so it's already good up here. So they'll go to whatever class period they have. There are some things that I turn in or have students turn in on Google Classroom, so like quiz corrections or our quiz itself. So if a student is completing a quiz or if they are correcting their quiz, those things get posted here on Google Classroom. But other than that, we don't really use it for assignments. Here on the classwork tab is where they should look for everything. So here's our Zoom links. Here's our iReady, just in case they aren't on the quick links page, they can access it here as well. Or the most important reason for Google Classroom for our class is not just the Zoom links, but Khan Academy. So you're going to see Khan Academy. This is the website that we're using for students to work on their assignments. And so once they've logged in, they continue with Google. So let me sign out one more time to show you what that looks like. They come up here to where it says login, and they click on continue with Google, and they should just basically have to click on their email and it would just load them up. They wouldn't have to type in their password or anything. It just takes them right there. All right. So now if you're looking at Student View and you want to know what things are missing, anything that is missing is probably not, it doesn't say any score here on the right side. So let me go to my next page here and see if I can find one. Oh, perfect. There we go. So here's one right here. One-step multiplication and division equations. You see how it says start? That indicates to me that they have not completed that assignment. Now, it is possible for there to be a score, but it also say missing. And that's because students understand, or should understand because we talked about it so much, that they're expected to send me an email anytime they finish a Khan Academy assignment or an iReady assignment. Because now you can see that we had 10 on the first page, 10 on the second page. We've got like 25, 26 Khan Academy assignments, plus all of the iReady. So there's a whole lot for me to go back and check, which is why I only go back and check for students who have emailed me saying that they've completed this. And again, we've talked about it in class so many times, so they are expected to send me an email if they finish that. And I have all of my classes on here, so they should only have period blank math. So period 2 would have period 2 and so on. But they might have other teachers' classes from like last year, maybe, Miss Acosta or Miss Garcia. I don't know who all uses Khan Academy. Mr. Eels probably. So if they have those, or if they're an 8th grade student, then I had them last year. I don't think Miss Heeb uses it. So they should only have this one class. But if they don't, make sure that they're choosing the correct one, which is going to be period blank math. And so that's how they would complete those assignments. They click on start. Now, so let's say, for example, a student was absent. They don't know what to do. Then what they can do is they can come over here to the classwork page again. This is where we had Khan Academy. And right underneath that here is our Khan Academy YouTube videos link. So if you click on this, it's going to take you to all of the YouTube videos that I created that go along with all of our things here. So all of our Khan Academy assignments. So if I click on this and I go all the way back to the very beginning, I'm going to click on previous, all the way back. You'll see the very first one we have is graph points. Well, if you look at the Khan Academy video list, graph points is the first one. And then points on the coordinate plane, drawing with polygons, or drawing polygons with coordinates. And that is going to match up what you see here. So everything is in order. I wanted to try and match it up as best as I can for students. They have until October 30th, which is the very last day for trimester 1, to complete all of these things, or to make them up, excuse me, let me clarify there. They are missing if they don't complete it in the week that it was assigned. But they have until here. So this is the due date, but it is the last day for makeup work with Khan Academy. And so they could look at any of these videos here. So anything that says it's not 100% or that says start, they can go back and redo. And definitely, if I was a parent, I wouldn't want to see anything that's missing. So I would have them begin with the earliest start button. So this is the first one that we see, the first start button. You would want them to start that one first because math builds on itself and you want to have the earliest one done first. All right, so that takes care of Khan Academy. Here's the YouTube, again, page with all those videos on it. And I update that regularly for them. The last one is iReady. I think we had talked about that a little bit before, but I don't have the student version of iReady, so I'm not really able to show you guys. But of course, if you guys have any questions or comments, please send me an email, and I would love to talk to you, or send me a message on Remind. I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope this was helpful. All right, bye.